10 minutes.
Yeah. It always takes like freaking 5 million years for it to show up. I don't know why.
So it said you went live just now, and then it said you were live 3 seconds ago. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was live for a whole 1 second. You had to have been there.
Good stuff right there, right there.
Right there, right there.
Did you do the thing you needed to do for things and stuff
Wait, what?
to make sure that
Oh, yeah, I'm doing
the
it
thing
right
has
now.
sound?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It should be fine. I don't, there's no sound right now, because I haven't done the thing yet. But actually, let me know if this has sound when I finally open this up.
I'll let you know in 27 years. Yeah, it has some.
Okay, good. Yeah, and we're fine. We're all good. I've been refusing to update Citra because I now know that Citra just absolutely ruins things if I try and update it.
Why does it need an update every 5 seconds?
I don't know. It's just every single time I start it back up, it asks to update again and again and again. And I'm like, I don't want to update this all the time, please. They're like, there's new updates to Citra. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Meanwhile, OpenEmu, does it on its own. And it's very unobtrusive.
Heck yeah.
Sometimes I don't even know it updated. And it updated. I'm like, oh, okay.
Can't believe we've done this.
I can see if I can find data to have a cat to bless our stream.
Hell yeah. Lulu.
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure you're here.
I'm here.
It's Data. Hi, Data. Look at that cutie.
Look at the cutie. I'm Data.
Meow.
Oh.
Poor Data.
Jesus.
There he goes.
Watch him roll. He's running.
Yeah, he's just running. He runs. He still doesn't feel comfortable in this room.
Detective
Understandable.
hands.
Yeah, he just sees it as Shadow's space. So anytime I bring him in here, he gets very like, oh, I gotta get out of here. So the only time I can actually like sit with him is if it's like downstairs on like the couch or something.
Big booth.
Big booth.
That'll change eventually.
Yeah.
Like a week.
Yeah, it's gonna just need some time before it sinks in. But
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that middle emote for the second one.
What's the problem?
Incredible.
Are we at the halfway point for this trial or not yet?
I think we're past the halfway point.
Oh, I get.
I think. I honestly
know.
can't remember how. I remember how this trial ends, but I don't remember how much longer it is until we get there. I feel like this must be the last part. Maybe. I don't remember.
What even happened last time?
We did some more. We did some investigaciones, and we found out that our client seems to be able to understand also what we're saying. And we found out about like some conspiracy going on with the Virginian cocoons, or whatever they're called. Like those small things. And that's what led to the death. And it turns out our client was like helping to smuggle those cocoons or whatever. Which is why he can't go back home, because that's a crime punishable by death in Virginia.
Oh no.
Yeah. And that's what happened last time. So
Didn't somebody try to kidnap what's her face?
Kidnap. Oh yeah, somebody tried to kill Lamroar. It wasn't just kidnap; they tried to kill her. But she managed to escape, and she would have still died if it weren't for the fact that we found her in time. Because what happened was, since she's like blind, like somebody snuck up and like whacked her. But apparently it wasn't enough to like knock her unconscious, so she was like running, and she ran onto the stage because she heard from maintenance people that it was supposed to be pitch black in there. So she runs onto the stage and hides in the guitar case. But then she shortly passed out afterwards, and if it weren't for us finding her, she would have died in that case.
If it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yeah, if it wasn't for those meddling kids. And then Darian, who's a detective who's part of Klavier's team, music band, whatever, stopped us from getting the full story from our client about what was going on. And because of that, Apollo was like, there's only one reason why he would not want us to hear the whole story. And he's like, I never liked you, either of you. Which I always thought was such a weird line. Because he doesn't really know us. Very odd.
Or does he? Dun dun dun.
But yeah, also we went into Klavier's office. That was another thing that happened last time. Snooped around a bit. Had some more camaraderie about the fact that we're both more about finding the truth than winning. Which is pretty rad.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that's basically it. That's all that happened last time. Oh, we also talked to... what's his name? I keep forgetting. The one of the Grammary peeps. Who's Trucy's... like, she calls him her uncle, but it's just that he was a close friend to her real dad. He was one of the Grammarys who, like, disappeared. And so she was taken in by Phoenix.
You mean he was a part of the Declares?
Yeah, he was part of the Declares. But yeah, that's basically it.
Heck yeah. I'm surprised you remember all of that.
I'm surprised too. My memory works in strange ways, honestly. I can remember certain things pretty well, and then other things, like, pretty bad.
You couldn't remember what happened in Devil Survivor, but you remembered this entire 17-hour plot.
Yeah. That's exactly it. Every time Devil Survivor starts up, I'm always just like, I don't remember anything that we did last time. Like, I legitimately don't remember what we did last time already. And it's only been like 2 days since then. And I don't remember what I did during that. Actually, here's the thing. By the end of that part on Thursday, I already forgot what we had done. I didn't remember what we had done that time already. And it was just the end of the stream. And I'm already just like, what did we just do during this whole stream? I don't know. I don't know. I just go with the flow and hope for the best. I just hope that we're gonna get the good ending, the right ending, the true ending for that game.
You just need everybody above stage 5, right?
No, if that were the case, then that would be impossible. You need everybody, I think, at stage 4, I think, or stage 3, like somewhere around there. By, I think the next day in the game.
Oh.
But I don't know. I'm really hoping. I'm like crossing my fingers, like, please, please, I need this.
Believe in the dream.
I want to believe in the dream. But yeah. We'll just have to see. If not, we can just like watch, I guess, a YouTube video. And then just click on the second arc.
Big move.
Because I'm not playing through that whole game all over again for a third time. Just to get the best ending. I mean,
This time you'll have good demons from the start.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I've never done a second playthrough in a row.
You keep your Maka, and then you keep all the skills you cracked, and you keep your demons, I think.
Oh! Then never
That's how it worked in the
mind.
first game, so I assume it works like that.
Never mind then. If we have to do a second playthrough, let's do it. It will basically be like super easy mode.
The only thing you don't keep is your player level, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem.
I mean, since you have like good demons and whatnot, it should bring you up to speed pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I've never done a second playthrough in a row, so that's why I had no idea. Usually when I finish a game, that's like it for me. I'm just like, that's it. I finished it. There's only a couple games that I've done multiple playthroughs of. And that's why, like, when I consider what my favorite games are, I have to put those games on the list, because it's like, well, they actually got me to play multiple playthroughs, so they must be pretty good.
Yep.
Stardew Valley, of course, is one of them.
I've done multiple playthroughs of all the Dragon Age games. Some of the Dragon Quest games. That's about it.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
I'm joking. Okay, no, I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm good. I just accidentally, like, swallowed a bit wrong the last time I drank some coffee. And started drowning in my own coffee.
Not like this.
Yeah, I've done multiple playthroughs of Stardew, multiple playthroughs of White Day, A Labyrinth Named School, multiple playthroughs of Clock Tower, the original SNES version, multiple playthroughs of Clock Tower, the PlayStation version, multiple playthroughs of Princess Maker 2. So I would consider all those games to be like my faves, just from the fact that they actually got me to play multiple times.
Heck yeah. Anodyne is gonna be on that list next.
No. I only played it once.
Oh, in a year or so, you can be like, you know what? I really want to play some Anodyne.
Well, I don't count it like that. Like, there's plenty of games that I've played, like, technically multiple times just by, like, in a couple years. I'm saying, like, a game that makes me play it multiple times, like, in a row.
Ah.
Like, even when I finish a game, I feel like restarting it and playing it again. That kind of thing.
I get you.
Because I think for most games, I always get kind of like a feel some years later of being like, you know, I'll try again. Like, if they were good enough. Like, Anodyne, I could see myself maybe playing it again, like, in years' time. Because it was good. And most other games, too, that I play, and, like, I feel like playing again some years later. But there's only a couple games where, like, I'm willing to play it again and 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 again.
And again and again and again and again.
Like, for the fact that I literally played the SNES Clock Tower, like, 3 times over the course of just a few months. All the way through. I love that game. But yeah. Oh shoot, it's already almost 20 minutes. As usual. As per usual. As per usual, we gotta do this every time. Oh wait, Lulu, are you still there?
Yeah.
Hello, I love you.
I love you too.
Anyways, let me disappear this and have that, and we can continue on with the story of Apollo Justice.
Just ice.
Just ice. Incredible. Well, this is it. Today's the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday. Oh yeah, this thing. We talked about this.
This meeting is over, sorry. Work.
Just give us 5 more minutes. We can call them back after that.
Sorry, no, come on, piano boy, we're leaving. Work.
Darian! Wait!
I'll never let go, Jack. Work. I never liked you, either of you.
Huh? Darn it, we were so close. He was about to tell us. Hey, Apollo. He didn't want us to hear what Maki had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Eek! What was that? Oh, I think this is Grammary Man.
I do declare he is heard but unseen.
Ah, yes, Grammar Man.
I don't remember his first name. Oh no. Who's that talking? Oh, Valent. Valent Grammary.
I do. Oh.
Using the door like an average muggle, no less. You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Valent?
Preposterous proposition. How could I stand upon the stand? Why, my secrets must be free for the plucking. Would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day.
Ooh, with vanishing magic?
Indeed. I do declare I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning.
Warning? What?
A grand declare glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth.
A glamour?
A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion, a declare. Miss Trucy, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket. Au revoir.
And there he goes. He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing. Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show without one. The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually involves cutting up things or the Eiffel Tower, anything really. So he was talking about what we saw at the concert. Lamoror's disappearing act. And Prosecutor Gavin's exploding guitar. I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened. Well, it's about time. Shall we go?
Oh, excuse me, sir.
Yes?
The schedule's starting time for the trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Huh? Did something happen? This is a first.
was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business.
Great. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas.
Hell yeah. Apparently he's visiting the hospital again.
The hospital?
I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently his condition worsened considerably this morning. Oh no.
The Chief Justice's son. Oh, that's right! Remember yesterday morning the judge said he had to go visit him after the trial.
There's an article about it in the newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself. I don't know how to read.
Got it in the court record. Incuritis? Where have I heard that before? Incuritis syndrome, first case in country. Incuritis syndrome, first case in country. We just put it twice. Good journalism. I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV Guide page to me. Try not to lose the page with the funnies if you can. July 10th,
And then
10:30
Apollo
a.m.
immediately throws away the funny paper.
It's like, no.
The whole article is just that first line.
Mm-hmm.
Great journalism.
Really.
My apologies for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of, how you say this name again?
Machito by a suspect fortissimo.
Right, it's his trial. In any case,
The defense is prepared, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready to rock.
Is something wrong, Your Honor?
no, well, yes, no, perhaps. It's just I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. I still had this beard when I was 12. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time.
Wow. Magnificent beer. Incuritis, was it? That article said there is no known cure, which is why it's called incuritis.
Great name.
Head judge, let me say with honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for lore.
Indeed. Indubitably. We left off at quite the juncture yesterday. I was in pro about that murder, about that number, yeah. Pork. PXX 314-206 pork. The agent registered under this number pork was Romain Leto's pork. Thanks for looking into that, detectives. For us, Chris, and it great help, detective. Oh, no problem, yeah. At all, Honor. Pork. I'll be heading out now, Pork.
Just now. It was him. I'm sure that.
It was him?
What they had? Walking to the early town when I heard the gunshots fired. It was him! It was Mr. Darian!
No way, Bork.
It was him! He was barfing all over the place! Quite a sensational ending. What a fault Darian would guest star in the teasing cliffhanger as his sister.
I asked the prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings. Did you find my yogurt?
Darian Crescent is a member of my band, the Klavier. He is also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yet after investigation, I found no cause to alter our case or found no charges.
And your reason is?
Do you wear hair for him? It's an impeccable alibi.
An alibi? I've never heard one of these.
Let us review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was in the 3 sets. Cavaliers erected the stage during the first set. For the last set, our guests took center stage. The only performers hailing were myself, Nemo, and along with a drummer and bassist for a total of 5. The shooting at the dressing room, however, took place during the third set. Lamour and the defendant Machi Tobai had left the stage at that point, and the Gaviniers were already rocking. This is when 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you.
And Apollo, you heard them too, right? I sure did.
Furthermore, Lamour herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime. When she claims to have heard lit toes and Detective Kristen talking.
But that's impossible. Detective Crescent was.
Precisely, Detective Kristen was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. A perfect alibi.
Does the defense have anything to add to this?
It's true. When I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up.
It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we can safely say that Darian and Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged.
Which Lamar was sadly mistaken. The testimony cannot be true.
Azure, do you know how it could be true?
I don't know, unless he has a twin brother named Darian Ascend or something.
Perfect. Truly what it is.
You cracked the case! It was his twin brother all along. He's the killer.
Very well, of course, if we disregard her testimony, then I am forced to give 10 points to Slytherin. Then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections.
Uh-oh, Paulo, if he declares a verdict now.
If he declares.
Prosecutor Gavin's case is airtight. Limmer might have been lying to protect Maki. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait. What about yesterday in the detention center?
About the case? What about the case?
You want to tell us about Mr. Latoz's death? Darian? Maki was trying to tell us something, I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is ask him, under oath.
Very well, the court finds the defendant, what was his name again? Billy?
Your Honor!
No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquise or Mr. Justice.
Your
It was
Honor,
you.
before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness.
Exactly who else do you need to hear from?
A witness who, until now, has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English.
You don't mean...
I do. The defense calls defendant Maki Tobai to the stand.
What? Oops, but he doesn't speak English.
We'll use an interpreter.
Interpreter? We will have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases, such as I love you, and where is the toilet? And sometimes I need both the same.
Excuse me?
The defense would like to request Lamroar as the interpreter.
Lamor, my muse. But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant.
But she'd be interpreting for the defendant. Why would she lie?
This is most unusual.
Ha. Bravo, her forehead. Ah ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Hair judge. The prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lamore lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Especially when she talks about love with a toilet.
Well, at both prosecution and defense are for this, I see little cause for refusal.
Finally, Some progress.
Bailiff, bring me a pudding. And show defendant and Lemrod to the witness stand or something.
I suppose there is a first time Thursday. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with, if you would, Limbo. Hi, the defendant.
This is certainly a first for this courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular.
So far, so good.
Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would.
Huh? If I would what, Your Honor?
Jesus Christ, Apollo. Would what? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about, you little shit?
Do I want him to testify about? I hadn't thought that far yet. Apollo! No!
Oh, you piece of shit.
Apollo! Aren't you gonna ask him what he was about to tell us yesterday? How can I if I don't know what he was saying?
Moment, if I might see?
Yes, Lamar.
So much that there's think about which he wishes to testify.
Mikey wants to testify about something? What could it be?
What sort of testimony is he talking about? Did he steal my pudding?
Would please, but just put you at home.
The suspense is killing me.
What?
What? What? Nani? Nande shoka?
Well, Lamar.
Yamachi? Prince is innocent. And he likes big butts and he cannot lie. This is a surprise.
Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it! This is sounding too good to believe. And I know what that usually means.
Well, if it's true, then this is vital testimony. Maki. Billy. Please testify to the court.
Well, the word of Mr. Lito's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, I, that is he, could not have done it. Says that because the lyrics are in English, she does not understand them.
I see. My name is Judge Gullible because he wouldn't have understand English through the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely.
I wondered what he meant by proof. Why, you would only have to ask Lamar to know the meaning of the song.
Lamroar, did you ever explain the lyrics of that song to him?
I did tell him generally what that song was about, but never in so detail. Has my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead, their forehead? The war might be protecting Louis.
Well, anyway, let's proceed with that cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would.
Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony. I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet to tell me where. It worked yesterday, it'll work today.
Spoiler alert, it doesn't work. Mr. Sandman,
Bring me a
bring me a sing.
Oh.
I don't like how we're just staring into this child's soul.
I know. Maki,
Look at his eyes.
you can't fool my eyes. You glanced toward her the very moment Lamro said the word English. Why? And don't bother interpreting that. He understands me. Maki, tell the truth. You can understand English, can't you?
What's this? Podcast.
Must he continue this charade?
Justice, Maki says this. I know the word English.
Huh?
For coming to this country, you have me speaking English. The name of this language, that is all.
What? Give me a break.
It's an unusual word to understand. Do you not know Espanol, for instance?
Well,
You know the
yeah,
language?
but...
Sorry, but he truly does not understand your language.
Well, then explain this. How does he know the crime followed the lyrics?
Have you always been such a suspicious-minded lad? Boy with a large forehead? It is simple. So simple it hardly requires an explanation. You read about it in the newspaper. You don't binge.
But it wasn't in the newspaper. Klavier told us that it wasn't in the newspaper. The newspaper?
The Washington Daily Bugle. You can buy it in this country these days, you know. That reminds me that I finished Spider-Man today, so...
Oh, really?
With the Bugle in it. Yeah.
Yay!
That has an alien Bugle in it, so... They have already begun to report about this case in our homeland.
I was right.
Promise, Justice. Your eyes, they are quite fearsome, but...
Maki is
You're a
lying.
liar.
What is your proof?
Right
Show
here.
me the evidence.
I have here a Virginian newspaper, the Virginian Daily Bugle, as a matter of fact. Also, Azure won't have to keep asking Lulu if she's finished the game.
I'm
Yeah,
still gonna ask.
Yeah, I said that in the chat when I told Bloosh that I'd finished the game. Like that. Well, I said it to Andrew as well that he wouldn't have to keep asking me if I finished the game now.
Hell yeah. Indeed, there is a feature
So
article
you
about the
will anyway.
case. Could you read this for me, Maki? That's right. It doesn't mention the lyrics.
But what? What is this all about?
I'm sorry, Maki. You couldn't have read about the lyrics in a Virginian newspaper.
What does this mean?
Means it's a line bitch. But I don't see how it's possible. I know. Accept the truth, Lamour. Accept the slap. They must have heard the lyrics from the police during the questioning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not possible. The subject of the lyrics was not brought up in police. I read the full report, so.
So the lyrics weren't in the newspaper and the police didn't mention them. The only place you could have heard them was in this courtroom. In English, no less.
The witness will explain himself.
Safe? He's safe?
Yes.
Sure, read the newspaper. But that is nowhere land of the lyrics. I was mistaken. Mistaken bacon. Now I remember.
You remember?
Then he heard of the lyrics from me.
What?
Is this true, Lamour?
I'm afraid I've forgotten it myself. Then it looks like her forehead is jumping to conclusions again.
It seems so, yes.
No. I was on to something. I know it. I can't let this chance slip away.
This is an issue today, Mr. Justice. Are you finished with the cross-examination?
What are you going to do, Apollo? If I'm going to keep on cross-examining, I better have an angle of attack. Or else. My bracelet's still reacting. Your Honor, please allow me to continue.
If you must, you must. Very well. Witness!
To stand. I'm pretty sure that she swallows.
Oh
Or
yeah.
because I think it's the mother cool.
Oh my gosh, this is so hard to control. You don't even know. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Let me do it. There we go. Yeah. Lamoir. I'm currently cross-examining Maki. Why should you be uncertain?
Uncertain?
Yes, you swallowed the very moment you told the court. It was I who explained.
It has been years since that game, but I remember.
Insanity.
I see there's no point in trying to finish it for you.
Lamoir, are you indeed protecting someone?
It was a simple answer. Truth, I do not believe it myself.
Then allow me to answer for you. Lamoir, you're protecting...
Whomst? Yeah, she's protecting Valiant Declare.
Valiant Declare. I actually don't know what this is asking me.
Sky.
I don't know what the game wants from me.
She's protecting herself. Probably. Maybe. Whomst?
I'm like trying to think through it. Because it has to be either herself, Maki, or Darien.
Just present Maki's, I guess.
No, wait. Or it could be Valiant as
What
well.
is it, Anya?
Because if Maki am I just overthinking this?
Absolutely.
Because if Maki knew what the lyrics were, I mean that is bad for Maki, but
She's definitely just protecting Maki.
okay, yeah.
I don't know where you're trying to go with that.
It's not that mysterious. I don't know why you're taking so long.
I don't know. I was overthinking it. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Or you were protecting Maki. That's why you lied and told us that you had explained how the crime followed the song. I don't fault you for trying to help, but this is not the way. Maki, I believe you didn't do it, really. I trust you. But you've lied to us twice. And now you have Lamoureux lying on your behalf. If this is going to work, you have to trust me too. Your two lies cover a simple truth. You understand English, you have to.
Sent them to the shadow room.
Witness, is this true? Do you understand English?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Yes, a little only.
What? Whomst?
As you can see, now he can talk. And you did not know about this, Lamore? No, I did not. It's quite a surprise.
How many secrets is this witness hiding? Is he actually...
Lost. This is lost.
Maki, could you tell us what really happened?
No shooting. I did no shooting.
I did not murder him.
So you
I did
weren't...
not live with that woman.
So you weren't in the dressing room when I heard those two gunshots, correct?
Apparently the answer to that question is simple either. I was in dressing room. Behind desk. Manager. On floor.
Which would be after the shooting, right?
Ben, his voice.
Voice or voices? Was it you and Emma, Apollo? So when Maki went into the dressing room, Mr. Latos had already been shot, and then we came to the door.
Colonel, high up. I take off. Run away. Run away.
So it was you who escaped through that air vent.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. The prosecution had held all along, no less, no less. The defendant is admitting to be deceived. Might we take that as a confidence?
No, he's clearly denied that he did it.
No shooting. Manager floor. Floor. The victim had already been shot, you say? I find that hard to believe. The defendant understood this longer. He was at the scene of the crime. This could only mean one thing. He's the shooter.
Does the defendant have anything to say to this?
He's clammed up, Apollo!
Then ask Mr. Justice. Will you require any further testimony from the witness?
Is that it? Is there nothing else I can get him to testify about? Wait, no, of course there is. What is this cocoon anyway?
The cocoon, the silk, is the perfect cure.
Oh shoot.
Oh my god.
A cure? Well, Maki, are you a smuggler?
No.
That cocoon has to have something to do with this. Maki, please, tell us the truth for your own sake.
No, no speak. Not to any of you. So much for your precious trust here, forehead.
Hey, you were the one who didn't believe him.
Regardless, this brings us to impasse.
It does seem that the defense and the defendants are at odds. I doubt we are likely to learn anything more about each should this continue. I see no other course but to declare a 5-minute recess. The defense will work things out with the defendant so that we might proceed.
That's justice. Better learn how to say it if you ever want to get some. Oh! What? What? Oh wait, no, now I get it. I get it. Oh my god. Oh no. That was, oh my, oh my god.
We need a clip for that. Please, I am no shooting. I know shooting.
Maki claims that Mr. Latos was already on the ground when he entered the room. Maybe it was a trap and he walked right into it?
Suddenly, I hear revolver. Close, very close. Then, I hear voice.
You heard gunshots?
Yes, it's true. I hear revolver, but only sound.
Wait, you're saying you went into the dressing room and found Mr. Latos already dead and then you heard shots? If that's true... So you were at the scene of the crime when you heard those shots? And you escaped through the air vent.
I know.
Huh? What do you know?
I know if I open vent, I can leave stage and backstage.
So the vents went to both the stage and the backstage area? Is that what he means? Hey, he's right! Look, Apollo! Huh? Yeah. But how did you know it was connected like that? Wait, I bet his father was the architect that designed the hall or something.
I hear this from magician.
Magician? Don't look at me! A magician, huh? Well, at least we're clear on one thing. Maki didn't shoot Mr. Latos. Yeah, but what does that leave us with? We're supposed to say he went into the room to find the body and then he heard the shots? That one's going to go over well in court. Not. Apollo, you're his defense. You're supposed to believe whatever he says, even lies. That's what Daddy always told me. I'll just pretend you misheard him every time. So, what do we do? You're sure you won't testify, Maki?
No talking, no.
Well, was where the shot that cocoon?
I can't go home.
Can't go home?
I can't go home to Virginia. I do not want to go home. Apparently, the taking cocoon to Virginia is death.
That's right, it's punishable by death. Of course, he's scared. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to try a different approach. That's the spirit, Apollo, so what's your plan? If Mikey won't testify it, we'll have to get somebody else to testify. Someone else? I think we're out of time. Let's get back in there. Right!
Court is now back in session. Mr. Justice, have you sorted things out with the defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. We had a good talk.
Very well. So will he testify?
Your Honor, the defendant will not testify.
Whomst?
Basically, what that was your big chance to turn the case around.
Actually, it is. The defense would like to approach this case from a different angle, Your Honor.
No. Different angle?
If Maki won't testify, then I know who will. I would like to cross-examine the witness in this case, Lamroar.
Lamoire, my muse?
What are you up to now? As what we determined yesterday that the most testimony was substantial. There's nothing you can...
Lamroar was taken to the hospital yesterday with injuries.
What happened? Who must I murder?
She was assaulted, Your Honor.
Assaulted? Let me get my gun.
Hell yeah! I'm just imagining the old judge with like a big lock. Someone wanted Lamroar dead. Thankfully, she was able to save herself.
What?
I'm surprised that Klavier didn't know about this.
I heard of no such reports, but...
Prosecutor Gavin. Why would anyone be out to kill Lamroar? Can you think of a reason?
Well...
Think of how she is known in our country. A singer from overseas who doesn't speak English, yes? Yet someone tried to keep her mouth shut. Who could that have been?
You don't think.
I do. It was the same person who shot Mr. Latos. The killer was afraid of her, afraid of what she might say. The defense believes that something was hidden in her testimony yesterday, something that the killer doesn't want getting out.
I do understand this is what you're saying. Namely that there's a nugget of truth in the more testimony. Chicken nugget. $5. A chicken nugget we've yet to recover.
Exactly.
Yes, indubitably. If Lamar was attacked, this was serious implications.
I love the long pause there of just us, all of us, like, looking at the judge, and the judge is, like, nodding off. He's like, oh, yes, indubitably.
Yeah, that's the Lord. The judge is just slowly falling asleep.
Very well. There were some vague points in her testimony during yesterday's trial. Perhaps we did not inquire as deeply as we might have into some. The court will hear Lamoire's testimony once more.
Lamar, I apologize. We must ask you to stand again and speak. Need not apologize. I know that Mochi is innocent. And I will do all I can until the court realizes this.
Let's review your testimony from yesterday. You told us you heard 2 gunshots and the shooter's voice through the window, and that the voice belonged to Darian Crescent, yes?
That is correct. At which point I proved she could not be correct. She couldn't have heard any of those things. The small window at the scene was closed and was found to be quite some.
You have nothing to say to that, Mr. Justice.
There is a simple explanation. I don't know exactly what yet, but I do know there's something there.
Seems much you do not know in that big hair forehead of yours.
And yet it is my duty to hear him out. Perhaps the witness will be so kind as to testify once more to the court.
Of course, Your Honor. I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. When I hear them, Mr. Latos and the detective, I heard the faint sound of a gunshot and stopped, and I heard another gunshot. There was a smell of gunpowder. I knew I must tell someone, but I was in a hurry. They kept moving past the small window.
Pretty much the same as yesterday's testimony.
Sorry. I'm not used to speaking much in this language. Perhaps my descriptions are lacking in some way. Yet everything I've said here is the truth. Then it is my distinct displeasure to say this. What you've said to have happened is impossible.
Do I have to repeat myself? Lammer was attacked because of this testimony. What? Trucy? Apollo, you know, for a moment there, you were pretty cool. Maybe I do better when I don't try to think ahead. Like
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Perhaps you can coolly cross-examine the witness.
What a bitch.
Since you're such a cool guy.
Should we just press every statement?
Yeah.
Go for it. Something wrong?
Raise an objection, but she's saying the same thing she said before.
Mr. Justice?
Sorry, it's nothing. Please continue with your testimony.
Now I know what they mean about reckless youth these days.
The one in red over there is a shining example here, Judge.
You're the last person who should be pointing fingers, Mr. Rockstar. Why didn't you tell someone immediately?
If it were me, I would have gone to the police right away. Or I would have pulled out my katana. It's our duty as a citizen.
This is besides the point, but Lamore isn't a citizen. No one would hope such common sense doesn't work in here as well.
Roasted.
Lamore seems awfully quiet all of a sudden. That's strange. Could she be hiding something?
It is, as you say, yet at the time.
You were in a hurry? To go where?
I went to the backstage exit, as I've said.
Why were you in such a hurry then?
Well, I don't think that's anything to do with this case.
Ooh, it has everything to do with this case. Oh, hi, Owen! Hello! Welcome
Hi,
to
Owen.
the stream. I love you very much. You are finally home from work. That's rad.
That's right.
Rad.
Ran.
Right.
Welcome to the stream. I love ya. It very well might. Please answer the question.
Are you alright, Lamar? Yes. Yes, I'm just tired. Recall what I told you yesterday here for him. Lamar suffers from serious amnesia. Please refrain from traumatizing her further.
What? So he can just dismiss questions he thinks are too traumatizing?
Why don't you prove her reason had the connection to the case before asking about it, yeah?
The prosecution's objection is sustained. The current question is moot, Mr. Justice. Please continue with your cross-examination.
Lamar was attacked because of this testimony. I know she was, so something's got to be hidden here. Maybe there's some detail we're missing? I guess we'll just have to get her to fill in the blanks. Right!
That's right.
That's right! The thing is I know what we gotta get to, but I don't remember how to get to it.
Did you press on everything?
No, I haven't pressed on everything. I mean, I can do that first. During Crescent?
Did not know his name at the time. But yes, it was him. The one who took the stand yesterday. How many times do I need to remind you? That's impossible. There's no way you could have heard him.
Because the window at the scene was closed? Is that why?
Of course.
Apollo, if we keep asking the same questions as yesterday, we won't get anywhere. She's right. Maybe there's a different angle I can try?
What were they talking about?
Wait, I'm gonna save real quick. Okay, what were they talking about? Lamroar, do you by any chance remember what they were saying to each other? If so, please tell us.
Given him much reflection, but
I was afraid of this. She doesn't remember.
I only had one phrase clearly.
A whole phrase?
You remember something that was said?
Why didn't you say anything yesterday?
Why are you yelling at me? Though my memory is clear, I was afraid to speak.
Sorry, it's my vocal exercises. I forget how loud I am sometimes.
See, I do not understand what was said.
This could be it, the clue I've been waiting for. Well, what did he say?
The other man speaking, not Mr. Littles.
The shooter, then, during Crescent.
Well, what did he say?
Solder, press the switch, now!
Switch? I'm on top of myself. And the shooter said this to the victim, Mr. Littles.
Sounded quite strange myself afterward.
It is a mystery. What could it possibly mean?
I know what it means.
Mr. Justice, care to shed some light on this?
Yeah, Azure, do you know what switch it could have been referring to?
Yeah. Just talking about the switch for the lighter thing they were talking about.
Yeah.
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 Sure. I'd be delighted. It's very, very vital. Maybe we should add that to the testimony. Maybe Apollo!
Jesus Christ.
Press the switch now. I'm just gonna save real quick just in case we're not supposed to present it yet. Press that red button. Oh, I miss Dunce.
Didn't the second season of that come out?
It did. The second season came out. I watched a couple episodes with mi madre. And then I remembered what the second half of the season was gonna be focused on, and I have been procrastinating with it because I know it would make me sad.
Oh.
The Moomins is actually a really depressing series. It really all depends on how these people are gonna end it, and whether they're gonna end it on a sad note like it does in the books or not. But it actually is kind of a sad series, to be honest. It ends really depressingly. I'm gonna say that, like the books do. So it really depends if the show is gonna just follow how the books end or if it's gonna go somewhere different, which I think it will. it seems to be setting up for a different type of ending. But I mean, I don't want to get too invested and then cry again. But basically, the idea is the main thing in the Moomin books is the Moomin series is a coming of age series, but it's for both Moomin and Snufkin in the books. Basically, at the start of the books, Moomin, he's lived his whole life with his family and whatnot, and so he's very clingy to the things that he cares about. Meanwhile, you have Snufkin, who's very big on having his own space, and he's constantly afraid that getting too connected to Moomin will make him chained, and he'll lose his freedom, basically. Which is why he leaves every winter, to basically say, like, oh, like, I still can leave. That kind of thing. And this causes some problems in their relationship sometimes, because Moomin wants Snufkin around all the time because he has, like, his family all around all the time and whatnot, and so he wants to have Snufkin around all the time, but he also knows that Snufkin likes his freedom and wants to be on his own. And then, meanwhile, Snufkin, even though he likes Moomin a lot, is afraid of Moomin's cleanliness and whatnot. The end of the series basically sees a growth in both characters, but it's already too late. Because Moomin, he learns that even if a person is, like, you don't have to constantly have the people you care about by your side at all times. So he kind of grows from, like, beyond that and becomes okay with just the fact that, you know, they're out there and they can come and visit you anytime, that kind of thing. So he kind of grows from that. Meanwhile, Snufkin comes to the realization that Moomin was never forcing him to, like, was never tying him down at all. Several stories reflect the fact that Moomin always has respected Snufkin's need for space, Snufkin's need for freedom, and thus, in a lot of ways, Snufkin's relationship with Moomin actually makes him less chained because he always has a home to return to, that kind of thing. But the problem is that when Snufkin finally realizes this, he was in the middle of his journey during the winter, and he decides to come back because he finally realized the truth and realized he doesn't have to do this thing he's been doing for so many years anymore. So he runs back to the Moomin house, planning to come back because he's now realized that he was never chained. But when he comes back, the Moomin family has left because Moomin Papa has decided to move to another place. So when he gets there, they're already gone.
Aww.
And that's how the series ends.
Big boof.
Yeah, it's very sad. So it really depends on how the animated series is going to take it. I'm hoping that it's not going to be as depressing, but we'll never know. But yeah, anyways, so enough of me rambling on about Moomins. Let's try and present this. Objection! Press the switch. There's only one key that can unlock the mystery of those words.
Oh. Yet, there was nothing at the scene which could have recalled a switch, save the light.
true. There wasn't a switch at the scene. But it just so happens I have a Switch right here.
It's a Nintendo Switch.
Hell yeah.
That totally does look like a Switch, doesn't it?
Klavier, I challenge you to a Smash Brawl.
I'll smash you, alright.
No! The problem is, this was found not at the scene of the crime, but on the stage.
The stage? What is the stage?
Where the concert was held, yes. This was found hidden there.
On the stage?
Are you claiming that the voice Lamois heard was of someone commanding another to press the switch?
It's a possibility.
Oh, her forehead. I'd call that an impossibility.
Why?
Oh. Hardly necessary for me to remind the court of the layout of the conflict forum. The stage is quite far from Lamour's dressing room. Not to mention that the Governors were in the middle of a concert on that stage.
Klavier! The headsets!
We're known for being a quiet band. You could shout all you wanted and not be heard.
Earpieces, headsets. Klavier, you probably had one too.
Ralph is about to send his riders our way, by the way.
Okie dokie. I'm ready. I'm ready to.
I've been watching him this entire time.
Hell yeah. 2 streams at once. Let's go.
Double straight up on a Monday
Oh,
morning.
there he is.
Hi!
There he is.
Ralph! Hello! Hi,
Oh, no, I can hear
Ralph!
myself now.
Hi, Ralph. Hi,
There we go,
Raiders.
it's a
Hello. Hello. Hi, Helenelia. Hello.
Hi, Helen. Hi, Ralph.
Hello.
I basically told Anya you were coming.
He.
Well, once I knew that you were gonna read it. Hi, Autumn.
Hi, Barry. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Cadern. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello, everyone. I love you all.
I'm sorry, Ralph. I love you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I love you all. Yee.
Shut up, Asher.
Hello. Lamor is so pretty. I love her character design. It's so good. I want to wear this outfit.
Hello, Cadrin.
Hello. Oh, Barry, just 9 more days till what? Oh, I see. That's awesome, though. I'm glad you're finally getting an ultrasound. I hope they figure out what's going on and you get to feel better soon. I really, really hope so. I love you very much. Yeah, we're all playing through Apollo Justice Ace Attorney with me, of course, and Lulu and Azure. We're all here.
Oh, hi.
I'm not here, says Ash.
Yes, you are. Mm,
Incredible. Incredible. Oh, Lulu, did you say this line?
not yet, and I was about to say it.
Hell yeah.
The detective's voice was loud, but certainly not shout. So too have hair foreheads cries of possibility fallen far short of being heard.
Sorry. But he wouldn't have needed to shout.
Excuse me.
You heard what I said, or do you need me to shout it out for you? It would have been quite simple to be heard on the stage from that dressing room. Oh wait, you like evidence, don't you? How about this? Using this, it would be easy to get a message to someone on stage from the dressing room. Prosecutor Gavin, perhaps you're familiar with this?
Why that?
What? What is it? I'm old.
There is Azure.
Is that some kind of new-fangled phone they invented while I wasn't looking?
This is a type of transmitter, a communications device.
Communications device?
From what I've heard that night, everyone on stage was wearing one of these. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Gavin?
Yes, actually. They're for talking between band members.
Oh, Klavier means keyboard. Interesting. I actually didn't know that. That is cool.
You sweet winter child.
Why would she know that?
Looking up.
Hell
We all
yeah.
had one on.
So you meant that if you were wearing one of these, talking from the backstage to the stage would be simple.
Oh, but wait. Those send out an electronic signal. To avoid the interference with the audio systems, the range is quite limited.
Okay, Helen.
Okay, thanks for joining. Bye, Helen.
Thanks for joining. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. I love ya. Thanks for joining. Lamar said it was about 30 feet, right? Actually, 1 second. Boop. I noticed it was getting very dark, and I was like, oh shoot. Look at this cross-section diagram of the concert form.
Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph.
Ah,
Exactly. The walk from the stage to the backstage seems far, but the direct distance is less than 30 feet.
that can't be.
So when Namor heard the shooter's voice, he could have been talking to someone on stage. Rapper.
You claim this is the switch in question? Why did it have to be on the stage at the time? It could be placed in a pocket and carried anywhere. someone could have hit it on the stage after the fact.
Hey, he's got a point. How do we know where it was when she heard the voice? When the shooter said press the switch. It's pretty... I mean, the switch also only has a limited radius. And it had to have been on stage during the second act. Because that's the only way that Klavier's guitar could have been set on fire. Well, I guess we don't. Apollo!
God damn it, Apollo.
An unfortunate situation. I'm afraid that until we know where this switch was, there's little point in debating it.
I was sure this was the way to go with this. And I do like keyboard's thumb ring. But apart from that, I know nothing of literally anything that is going on. Basically, a murder happened. They think that this 12-year-old boy committed the murder. And we're trying to prove that he didn't commit the murder. But beyond that, it might be a little too complicated to explain everything that's gone on so far.
What is this Switch anyway? This Nintendo Switch. We don't even know that basic fact.
Yeah, Barry, you're right. You're actually right. You were so right.
Basically, Autumn.
Wait
Basically.
a second. I do know what this switch is, and if you follow that train of logic to its incredible conclusion, it ends up in proof that completely changes this case. Yes, Apollo, you're getting it. Yay. What's up, Apollo? Apollo? You know about the switch, right? We know what it is. Yeah? Well, think of when it was used that day. Think of what happened. Incredible. Incredibly basic.
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have no further information to share concerning the switch...
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Justice.
I've been remiss in not telling the court this before. I know what this switch is. Yeah, Trucy's outfit with the magician's whole outfit and everything is just so good. And her magic
Well, it
panties.
seems the defense is set upon linking the switch to the case.
The magic panties.
Let's see your evidence of the link. What evidence do you have to explain what the switch is?
The burnt up guitar, right? Or this. I don't know which one it is, so I'm gonna save.
Guitar.
It's either the guitar or the igniter. And I don't know which one it is, so I'm gonna save just so that we can. Huh?
No, it was the igniter.
Okay, so it was the igniter. That's fine.
Whoops.
It's hard to say with these things. Prosecutor Gavin, you remember this?
Ugh. That's that.
Adventure game logic, basically.
That what? Is it another one of those new fangled phones?
This is an igniter. What phone looks like this?
Igniter? You mean it's a lighter?
Yes, actually.
You aren't saying this Nintendo Switch is a remote?
I am. This is a remote trigger for an igniter.
What?
Look, I'll show you.
Mr. Justice, you will cease and desist from burning down this courtroom.
Sorry, that was a bit more fire than I expected.
If my whiskers had caught on fire, you would be in jail for 20 neons.
Prosecutor Gavin, let me repeat myself. This switch is a remote igniter trigger. Doesn't that suggest something to you?
You're talking about what happened to me, aren't you?
Ah! Exactly. That night at the concert, there was one unusual burst of flame. When your guitar caught on fire in the middle of the performance. Hey, if I could have a quick save IRL, I would take it, especially since I work in customer service. Understandable. 20 eons seems a bit much. I mean, I'm not the one making the jail sentences. That's all on the judge here.
It took me 70 years to grow this beard.
Prosecutor Gavin was entirely unaware such a thing had been planned, and the guitar that burned was a valuable keepsake. That's right, he got it in Virginia from Lamoureux. He said the sound was amazing before it burned, of course. Now it's just kind of smokes.
The better the guitar, the brighter it burns. Really fancy byword. Hey, forehead.
Yes?
Don't tell me you're trying to tie these two things together. Those being the ship's voice heard by Lamour. And the guitar is suddenly catching on fire.
I am. It's really simple when you think about it. Mr. Latouche and the shooter were at the crime scene. The shooter was wearing a headset. He ordered someone on stage to press the switch. The switch was pressed and the guitar caught on fire. Which,
Well, it does seem to make sense.
I'm sorry, Azure, I keep cutting you off.
Damn it, Anya.
Which I will say, Azure, this should allow you to understand maybe more of what happened and how everything works.
I'm starting to understand the picture.
Yeah. Because if this is true, then the time is all messed up.
Though something about this is bugging me. Can't quite put my finger on it.
Really? It seems pretty simple to me. Apollo, think about it. We thought that these two things happened at different times.
Hey, forehead. Don't destroy what little respect I have for you. I was expecting something a little more sensible. Guess I was wrong.
What's this all about, Prosecutor Gavin?
His simple story simply makes no sense. Think, that night my guitar caught fire, yes. True. The chorus may have been this indeed. However, the guitar caught fire during the second set.
That's right, of course! The guitar caught fire during Lamoureux's song.
Indeed, Yet the shooting happened during the third set. The two are utterly unrelated.
Keyboard is calling you Mr. Forehead. Are you just gonna take that? I mean, he's been calling us Mr. Forehead since the second case, so what can you do about it? It's basically our nickname at this point.
Yep.
Yes, indubitably. That must have been what was bugging me. The whole premise for this is faulty.
See, his story makes no sense.
Are you sure about that?
What exactly do you mean, Mr. Just Ice?
Maybe it's not the premise for my explanation of the switch that's at fault. Maybe it's our premise for the entire case so far.
What premise is this specifically?
That the murder happened during the third set. I'm glad you said that. I'm saying that maybe the killing didn't take place in the third act. And the best song is playing right now.
Shower, please.
Okay.
What's this? But Detective Emma Sky heard shots and found the body.
Oh, Barry, speaking of Sonic, me, Lulu, and Azure watched the Sonic Riders real-time fan dub. I want to say last night, but technically it wasn't last night. It was like early in the morning.
It was this morning, yeah.
Yeah. And it was great. It was so good. Penny always does an A++ job.
This happened in the third act.
Gunshots rang out. And according to his testimony, Maki was in the dressing room at the time.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Just Ice?
Stay with me, Your Honor. He also told us this in his testimony, namely that the victim had already been shot. Ayo! Catherine, thank you for the follow! Thank you so much! Thanks for joining. Thank you. All the love.
Thank you for making that fire.
No, it is fine. It is fine. It is fine. Thank you for the follow. We all heard gunshots, but no one saw the shooting.
This is insane!
Just before the shooting took place, the shooter was heard on his headset, telling someone to press the switch. The next morning, Prosecutor Gavin's guitar burst into flame. We know that a remote-triggered igniter was inside the guitar. From all these facts, we can draw only one conclusion. The crime did not take place during the third act, but during the ballet performance, the second act.
What?
Hey, I was right.
Hey.
I know who the killer is now.
Order! Order! Order!
Yep. Yeah.
But that goes against the evidence.
What does, Your Honor?
This crime was carried out according to the lyrics of that song, yes?
Hey, he's right, look. The bullet is supposed to come after the fire. You're thinking about it the wrong way. Huh? Look. Why would the shooter craft the events of the day to follow the lyrics anyway? It's an awful lot of trouble to go through, with little merit for the person doing it.
Well, I'm sure whoever it was had some reason.
Yes, they did. A reason that made it advantageous to follow the lyrics.
You're saying the order was reversed on purpose.
Reversed. Prosecutor Gavin.
If the crime followed the lyrics strictly, then yes. The shooting would have had to come after the guitar burst into flames. Yet your forehead has raised another possibility. He's claiming that the bullet came not after, but just before the fire.
Couldn't have put it better myself. We were only meant to think that the shooting came after the guitar burst into flame. That was the criminal's objective. The crime followed the lyrics to a point, but that was the ruse. Why else would the killer risk discovery by moving the body? That was the final touch to make us think he'd followed the lyrics the whole way.
Order. That would explain this most unusual situation.
It does. The killer changed the order of events to create himself an alibi. In other words, the killer was someone who had an alibi for the third set, but not the second.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but sadly it has. Let me tell you why your little fairy tale makes no sense at all. Oh, it sounds good, I'll give you that. But you've given us a reason why the killer bothered following the lyrics of my song. But I question your logic.
I know. The hair is a little weird. It is a little strange that, like, he does it. But I guess it's just to add a little flair.
For it's flawed from the very beginning.
Flawed?
Yes, the contradiction here, forehead. We pointed out several times, no less. The time of the crime, the small window at the scene was closed. How could Lamore have heard the voice?
That's the true power of anime. Hell yeah. Oh, Azure, I wonder, do you know how
Lamroar heard the voice through it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, Apollo, think about it! Think about it! How could she have heard?
I know that you would like to divert our attention from this critical fact. But you've been basing your entire line of reasoning on a false premise.
Right. Lamore's testimony is my entire case. That voice she heard, the shooter's voice. But what if she couldn't hear it, Apollo? Look, what do we have? A man saying press the switch. And near the crime scene we have a switch, which acts as a remote trigger for an igniter. And last but not least, Prosecutor Gavin's flaming guitar. It can't all be coincidence, but how do I make it work?
I see a more direct line of questioning is required. When the crime scene was investigated immediately after the crime, that window was closed. The tell us how Lemoir heard the voice?
A key point to be sure.
To be sure.
Mr. Justice, can you explain this to the court?
Okay, Justice, you've got one thing to prove and one thing only. Lammeror heard a voice. And she heard it during the second set. Think, how was Lammeror able to hear the voice? She has divine hearing. She was somewhere else. When we investigated the scene, the window was closed. The shooter had no reason to close it had it been open either. Meaning, it was impossible to hear the voice through that window.
Good to hear you make sense again. For a moment, I was afraid you might be a Borginian too. That.
As I was saying, Lammeror cannot hear the voice through that window. So there can only be one explanation. She heard the voice from another location entirely.
What's this? Oh, whoa.
Yeah, very not a great line. Really not good.
Nope. Ha ha ha. You do amuse me so. Here I thought you and good sense were back on speaking terms. I'm afraid you and good sense speak two entirely different languages. Shall I interpret for you here, forehead? The more clearly stated she had the voice through the small window. There was only one small window, right?
Are you sure? Think about it. Isn't there another small window at the scene? There is?
Ah, I know that looks. He wants us to ask him. Very well, you came aboard of us from another location. Mr. Justice, show us where this location was.
Lammeror heard the voice from here. Oh wait. Is it... Wait, I'm gonna save just because, as I have stated before, they're very finicky with these sections.
Yes, they are.
So I'm just gonna save to
So,
make sure
quite
I am
ridiculous.
presenting the right... Okay, that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are supposed to... This is where Lammeror heard that voice from.
But that's no small window. That's my wife.
What did she tell us? She said she's a Borginian, unfamiliar with our language. It's not a stretch to imagine she called this air vent a small window.
Now you've done it. You've gone beyond ridiculous into ludicrous. So little more was open the ventilation system. He's listening to this man's voice.
That's the only logical explanation, yes.
Logical? I do not think this word means what you think it means here, forehead.
Okay, what about it isn't logical?
Ha! It hardly makes sense. Why would L'amour be in the ventilation system?
That's pretty obvious.
Eating like a rat. No offense intended to her, of course.
That's how the trick was done. The explanation for that is simple, Prosecutor Gavin. Isn't it, Lamroar? She's right there, I know. You have been listening to our discussion here, yes?
It's in the little courtroom. I admit, it's had me quite confused since yesterday. The small window was closed. But why should that mean I could not hear through it? I fear the prosecutor might himself need an interpreter. Wow.
Get wrecked.
But again, he was quite rude, so.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, sometimes we just feel a little bit like a rat every now and again. Hell yeah.
Every time we get before pop.
The problem here is words. Lamroar, the small window through which you heard the voice, was it up high on the ceiling of the room, not low on a wall?
It was up on the ceiling. What?
Order, order, I will have order. And yogurt. Witness, you will clarify this statement to the court. Are you in fact saying that you were up above the ceiling of the room? And that's where you heard the moment of the crime?
Yes. Oh. Yes, in fact I was. I'm sorry, I never imagined it would become such an important point.
Did they ever establish the window was soundproof anyway? I mean, I think they kind of did. I think they were like, you can't hear through it. I don't know. Yes, well, why the heck were you up there?
I believe it's time for another testimony.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's not like we don't know the answer to it.
I'm not sure I can't.
May I remind you this is a murder trial? We will hear your testimony. Tell us why you witnessed the crime from above the ceiling of that room. Please. I beg you.
Well, looks like I'm on the right track.
It's above the ceiling when I heard the voice.
Also, can I just say this? This has always gotten me whenever I've seen, like, this screen right here. But they always talked about during the first part that it had to have been Maki because the vent is so small. But the vent is ginormous! What are they talking about? She's basically able to freaking stand in this vent. What the frick are they saying? This is a ginormous vent. What the frick? This doesn't make sense. Whatever.
I heard there was a small window there before. It's in the middle of my front. No time to report what I heard. Why I was there, I cannot say. Just say it was part of the trick.
Yeah.
I am bound to secrecy on this matter.
It's so obvious too, like why else would she need to go, and this is like a very typical trick as well. Like this isn't like some big major like magic trick, like this is a very rudimentary magic trick that I see all the time in theater. Literally all the time. Because there's always trapdoors on most theater stages with, like, passageways. You just go into the trapdoor, crawl under, and come up the other side. They do it all the time. It's not that big of a wall if you've seen enough theater.
Well, these people clearly haven't.
I guess so.
See,
In my line of work, one has many obligations to uphold. To be extremely annoying.
Yep.
but you say you were in the middle of your performance. So this did happen during the second act. Said,
Did not witness the crime, you must understand. I only know what I heard.
yes, but you must tell us what you were doing in detail.
That's what the cross-examination is for, yeah? Yeah. Here for it. A mission in this court is to discern the truth. No obligation, no binding pact may hinder that mission.
Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination.
What are you gonna do, Apollo? I'm going to find out the truth. She was up above that ceiling for a reason. I just have to get it out of her. Oh, hey, Adam. Hello.
Hey, Adam.
Welcome,
Stan.
welcome.
Hello.
I hope you're doing well. I love you. But yeah, they need some powerful fans to get air through those air vents. Oh, and thank you for the shout out, Azure. You're the best.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you. Okay, let's continue.
I guess let's press this then. Hold it.
What you need to do.
Exactly who bound you to secrecy?
Just secretly. Not sure I'm allowed to say who it was. You are in a court of law. No, I think perhaps that is alright. It's just a name after all. It was Valiant.
Declare.
Yeah, there you go. Forgot. Perhaps you know him. Valiant declare. What?
You mean Uncle Valent?
What? Valiant Declare? Who's Valiant Declare?
Magician. The one responsible for the illusion performed during the concert.
Interesting reaction, Prosecutor Gavin. Nemor was bound to secrecy. It's going to take some hard-hitting proof to make her talk. I think I know why she was up there, but how do I prove it?
Just what you need. Mr. Detective, not Detective, Mr. Lawyer Man.
Mr. Lawyer Man. I think I know what I have to show. It's probably the tape. But I don't know which one I can press on for it. I mean, present for it. So I'm gonna save real quick and then try on this one because I think it's this one.
Is it that one or the next one?
Yeah.
Panties, they're the ultimate proof.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would have loved it if just this entire game had something to do with the panties. Like every case,
my
even the
God.
first case before we even met Trucy, like the panties still played a role in
was
it.
not taking this game seriously. It would have been more believable though.
Lamor, truth be told, the reason for your presence above that ceiling is quite clear, especially when you consider what happened during your performance. Yes, it's all right here, on this video.
Wow, chicka, wow, 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 wow.
The air I fly. Wow, 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 wow. Burning on in my heart, fire. Burn my love away, all away.
Mama
Like a
fire.
bullet of love, fire. Take my life away, all away. You can tell that whatever the lyrics were in the Japanese version, it definitely doesn't match anymore.
Nope.
See, I never get tired of just seeing Klavier just like be on the guitar that's on fire in the background. As we can see, Lamar was clearly not on stage for her entire performance.
Well, I'm glad they didn't have him playing the piano and it set on fire because he'd be beating himself off.
Yeah. Though it saddens me to be so realistic, Lamor is incapable of actually vanishing, let alone teleportation, so the only explanation is that she was hidden from view, and during that time she moved to the back of the forum. Apollo! What, Trucy? It's not nice to reveal a magician's secrets, and it's against the rules, but I'm a lawyer, I'm not supposed to be nice.
This is all very fascinating. I'm intrigued, but how is it possible? There's only 20 seconds between when she disappears and reappears.
You go through trapdoors.
She couldn't have moved that fast.
I know, right, Barry? It's like Magic 101.
Is something wrong, Prosecutor Gavin?
This was his concert, his show. He knows how the illusion was performed.
Aha!
He's just realizing his own oversight. Y'all are treating it like she's revealing the secrets as something amazing. I know, right? When this is something that's used in like 90% of performances nowadays, I feel like, to some extent. Let's look at the cross-section diagram again. Here, we can trace a route through the ceiling. It goes from the stage through the backstage to the rear of the forum.
Ah! Ah!
This isn't even like the saw in half box, yeah. Recall Lamoureux's testimony from yesterday.
I was on my way from the stage to the backstage exit. Like a little window there. That's how I saw it.
She went from the stage to the backstage exit. A perfect description of this route above the ceiling.
Lamoureux knew of this because of her part in the illusion, but she wasn't the only one who knew.
What?
Just now in the lobby, Maki told me something.
I know. I know for your opening event. I can leave stage and backstage. he said that.
Oh, were you not informed, Prosecutor Gavin?
I know it's about the Balancing Act, of course. Yet I had no idea of the route that would be used. Why didn't that magician tell me?
Magicians only reveal details of their acts on a need-to-know basis. They're the bread and butter of a magician's life, you know. Which is why he bound Lammeror to secrecy. Well, Lammeror?
I am impressed, Mr. Attorney. Matthew was right about you.
So what does this mean? Are you saying you use this route above the ceiling?
Did.
Well, there's that, but I'm still a little confused. I'm old.
Bro, boy, if any prosecutor be swaying up such storm, you can be 85% certain he knows some shit he ain't telling you about. Hell yeah. Why is that, Your Honor?
As I said before. There was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. 20 seconds tops. How could she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice.
That's a good question.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I mean, sound carries, you freak.
I cannot.
No.
I was about to say my line. I cannot.
Very well, Mr. Justice.
Yes?
It's all up to you. Do your thing. Taking a nap.
What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lemur was able to teleport like she did. Or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater.
Why do I get picked on? It's Lamor who isn't going along with the program here.
Before. Non-liberty speaks the illusion, and not in detail.
Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to wring the truth out of her.
Few words, please.
Right. I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo!
Okay, that makes sense.
Follow the route exactly as I was instructed. There is an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand waited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice.
2 minutes, you say? The mystery dispense.
I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something.
As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice.
Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find the contradiction between what Lamrower is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figured it out already. I'm a magician after all. Well, tell me. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on. Somebody died, y'all! Somebody was murdered, and the killer will get away if we don't figure this out. I would say this is the one time you can say, maybe we'll just reveal this. Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here, and somebody died! Someone legitimately died. Whatever. Y'all are idiots. Y'all are a bunch of absolute morons.
Yep.
I followed the route. Oh, wait. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
Heyo, I'm back. Hello?
Hey, yo. Alright.
Welcome back.
Oh my gosh, hold Trucy in contempt. I mean, basically, we should be holding all these people in contempt of court. It's stupid. Ace Attorney in a nutshell right there. That's absolutely right, Barry. Absolutely right. Okay. I don't know which thing it's supposed to be.
I think it's where the she's talking about being there in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got the guy gloating that he basically did kill the victim on stand, but you can't prove he did. Like, you've basically just confessing in front of court, and the court's like, yeah, Phoenix, prove it. Yeah. So dumb. I mean, there is a reason for it. It's about, like, the whole point of the series is basically to be a satire on the real life Japanese court system and how dumb it is in real life. Yeah. Press? 2 minutes?
Done in 1 minute if you were running.
Running in that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling?
It's your attorney, have you forgotten? Scarlet, it makes no difference to me.
That's true,
Cancel it.
but
So you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes?
So why you didn't make it in time? You see, I stopped halfway.
Namor disappears on the video for 20 seconds, but she said she made the trip in 2 minutes. How? If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video.
Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us.
I did.
Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony?
Evidence explain the discrepancy.
Her brooch.
Should we watch the video one more time? Oh wait, yeah, it is the brooch. I'm an idiot. Okay.
Damn.
There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between the video and testimony. Brooch. Lamroar, do you happen to remember this brooch?
Aha, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not?
It was found at the scene, Your Honor.
You're bringing this up now. Why? I thought we had already determined when that was stopped.
So did I. But we hadn't. Take another look at the video.
I love seeing this video.
Yep, we've seen it like millions of times already. Here you can see she's wearing the brooch.
We did warn you.
Let's look a bit later. Actually, I accidentally skipped the line. I'm sorry. Big boof.
He said either it would seem that way or it looks that way.
What? The brooch? It's gone.
What?
Yes, the brooch disappeared in the short space of 20 seconds. And it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. The Lamroar we see before the vanishing act and the Lamroar we see after are two different people.
What?
The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene. And not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. Lamroar, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime? I know, right, Barry? So dumb.
I think I did.
Order. Prosecutor Gavin.
Your expression. I have no idea this was the case here, Joe. I of course know about it.
What?
Get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me. That the Nintendo Switch and the shooting took place at the same time.
So, I was right? There was a switch?
The what? Before the stage is our road was whoa, what was it?
While we're on the subject, just who was this replacement, Lamroir?
Why, the man behind the illusion. Valence Declare.
It was Declare. That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing.
Yes?
The switch happened before the tower rose, so you weren't on the stage. But this fake Lamroar is still singing, and she's pretty good. It's called lip syncing, Apollo.
That's true.
Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They were just playing a recording.
Autumn, please. You're getting as bad as you were at my streams of the Phoenix, right? The Cavaliers aren't some kind of Avatar band, Fraulein.
Oh, you mean I'm wrong?
When we play a show live, we play live, no recording. Perhaps you can explain, Laura. Very well.
Yes, do tell when.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry about that. I keep
And add it to your
thinking.
testimony.
Keep getting interrupted with stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear.
I'm sorry. Wait, how can you hear? I pause it. Oh wait, no, you guys can hear. Because
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
can't stop hearing it. Oh, frick. I forgot. I actually forgot. Anyways. I actually forgot. Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay. Right there. Because if she actually did hear the gunshots, then someone else would have had to have heard it or something.
Maybe just press on it then? Everything went silent and I was like, did the stream freeze until I heard someone go, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll just press. You were singing?
Dory. The government expressed a dislike recording. What is this?
Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling toward the backstage?
These people are so dumb. Why should it matter where I sing? Wherever I go, it's the same.
Asher.
What if you're singing while you were walking?
That's right, wouldn't the shooter and victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all. That is right. But there was also the thing that allows them to hear backstage. So it wouldn't make a difference.
Are you sure?
You have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling.
Again, we come back to the state of the scene of the crime.
What state? Ah, I know what he means! That old speaker, Apollo! Yes, thanks, guys! The speaker! Ho ho ho! That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder.
Yeah, that's for monitoring the stage from this room.
Monitoring?
It pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up.
Satisfied. That dressing room is fitted with a large speaker, playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually.
So Lamor is singing in the ceiling. Sounded just like Lamor is singing over the speaker.
Ingenious, her voice was hidden by her voice.
Lamor?
Just remembered something.
Do tell.
The noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me,
So you...
I stopped singing.
What?
Oh
I
wait,
got the words I used to sing.
I don't know why I started saying it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
The song stopped?
Actually, it was at the very beginning of the second verse. And not many would know this. Forehead. That mixing board I lent you. Where is it?
Here it is, just pulls out the giant mixing board.
Right out of his forehead.
Yeah, right out of his forehead. He's like Zeus with Athena, except instead it's Apollo with a giant mixing board.
Out of his forehead instead of his leg.
Yeah. The mixing... Huh? The machine, Apollo, the one that breaks music into tracks. Oh, this, I completely forgot about it. Let's take a listen. They really wanted us to see this video they made.
Of course, it's important. Again, and again.
I love, yeah, Barry, it's great how he just has it. He just pulls it out like, oh, you mean this? And everyone's like, whoa. The song does stop there.
It does? I must have missed it.
Look at the lyric sheet. At the top of the second verse, see where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again. Oh my god. Yeah, there was only one pleasure. Well, we had to hear all that first part again, though.
This is evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lamor's ballad.
If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means that Darian Crescent could have done it. Oh, Anna! Thank you for the raid! Hello! Hi, Anna. I love you very much. Welcome, raiders. Welcome, welcome to more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Welcome, welcome. I love all of you. Hello. Thank you, Azure, for the shout out. Thank you, thank you. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
Fascinating. I don't believe I've received a bell around quite so poorly. Problem remains.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? What's that?
Oh, Anna, thank you for the biddies. Thank you so much. I love ya. I've been doing okay. How have you been?
Forehead's theory. Some kind of logic to it. Yet it's entirely based upon the moral testimony.
No, it is not. Literally, there's so much evidence around it besides her testimony. The brooch, the thing, the fact that Klavier knows about some of the stuff that was going on, like...
Yes, is there a problem with this?
Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it.
I'm good. I just did a gaming stream after packing. I'm going to visit family tomorrow. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. What if she is lying to protect the defendant?
Then what about all the evidence we just said? But you have no proof.
All I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear. Until we hear directly from the man himself.
The man, you don't mean Macho Man Randy Savage?
Yes. Though he is a friend and band member, Darren Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way.
As someone with a new perspective on the case,
And the suspect is Frank.
not the Macho Man, no.
All the games, all the Phoenix Wright games, their localizations take place in the U.S. In California, to be exact. But of course, the original, like, non-translated versions take place in Japan.
And just like with Pokemon, this still keeps in reference to Japanese culture, especially with noodles and food like that, except for the burgers. The first burgers in Ace Attorney game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a whole load of Japanese is kept intact, including references to the mafia, the yuki, and and you know, the Japanese on the noodle stand itself, etc.
Yeah.
That would have been too difficult to change. I'm really
Because in the context of being in the U.S., this court has gravely violated Lamour's rights. I mean, if this was the U.S., just everything about this is a little off because you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but that's definitely not what's going on here. It's the opposite, guilty until proven innocent. Because they don't really have evidence to prove exactly that Maki committed the crime, but because there's nobody else to pin it on, Maki just takes the fall for it. And there's nothing to really be done about it unless we prove that they're innocent. I mean, they do that all the time, but they're not supposed to. But here it's actually the law. Yeah, the justice system is broke pretty much everywhere.
It's meant to be a mixture of like the US and the Japanese and some other bits of judicial systems mixed in. So it's
Yeah.
an amalgamation.
It's meant to be a satire on all the stuff. That's why it's like this. It's meant to show kind of just how absurd the real life justice systems are through this kind of satire, extreme version of it. I think I'm gonna head to bed. Gotta clean before I leave tomorrow. Okay, Anna, good night. Have a good rest.
Good night, Anna.
I love you.
Have a good time, you family.
Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole. And I'm ready to catch him. During Crescent, get ready for justice.
This is as good a time as any to pause for a brief recess.
And a good time to end the stream.
Yeah.
Prosecution will summon the witness.
Wait.
Have him here and ready by the time we begin.
I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are.
Very well, court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess.
To be continued.
Yay.
Yay.
Would you like to declare?
Would you like to declare?
I declare that you're cute.
No, you.
No, you Andrew.
And with that, we're at the end of the stream for today. Hell yeah, this is gonna be the last part, I'm pretty sure, before we finish this case. So we're almost there, and then we'll have the last case, which will be a very interesting one. That's for sure. But yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy!
Oh boy.
I wanna
Boy.
thank everyone for joining me today. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you, Azure, for being my co-host as usual. I love you both.
Me too. And Andrew.
Never coming back, big boof.
Yes, you are.
Ace Attorney makes me so angry. I mean, it's meant to, I think. Ace Atangi.
You were like this every single stream I've had with you in it.
Incredible.
when it comes to Ace Attorney.
Too real. Also, thank you, Ralph, for the raid. And thank you, Kadrin, for the follow. Thank you, Anna, for the raid. And thank you, Anna, for the biddies. I love you all. Thank you so much. It's been a blast. It's been a good time. Let's see who we should raid. Who tis live. Who tis live? Whomst is live? Let us see. Okie dokie. Oh, Sukrin is
Oh,
live.
look who it's pure sushi.
Oh! It's his sushi! Hello! Hello, hello,
Hi,
hello.
Sploosh. Yeah, he's been doing Pokemon raids with Sucrin, I believe.
Okay.
On the Switch.
No wonder why Lulu has been robot-y.
Mm. Angie Live sounds like a concert. It really does. I love you, Sushi. I hope you've been having fun.
And this is Sploosh.
Should I raid Sukrin
Yeah,
then? Or do you think the stream, like, is Sukrin still doing it? Because it is just a short Pokemon stream. He's finishing right now. Okay. So maybe we should raid Ginger then? Red Ginger Cat?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okie
Yeah,
dokie.
sure.
Yeah, sure. I missed you, Sushi. I hope you're doing well.
Hope
Here we
you get
go.
some good eats after you
Yeah, I'm
finished.
gonna have some sushi after this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
irony.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I wish I could give you some sushi.
You know the answer, Sploosh. Four.
Slurp that sushi up. That gave some really weird images in my brain that I don't want to imagine.
Ooh.
No, what I imagined was like taking sushi and turning it into a liquid and drinking it. And that's how I was like, that sounds gross.
Never chopped up some sushi and drank it?
No, no, I have not.
No.
No, of course not. Like fish.
I wish Sushi was visiting. I need to go down to Florida and visit sometime. Because a lot of peeps are in Florida. I need to go down there and visit. No joke. Don't drink me or my sushi friends, please. We can wrestle gators together. Hell yeah. Also, we're about to leave, so bye!
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Boy.
There we go.
Another stream down the drain.
Another stream down the drain.